Listen, son, I'm the big bad wolf. I eat people. What else am I supposed to do?
Have you ever tried not being bad?
Impossible.
Well, it's kind of fun to do the impossible. I can teach you to be nice to everyone in town. You'll be the big good wolf.
Everyone in town?
Yeah, feel that beat, feel that beat. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Mickey. Come on, Mickey. Let's dance.
Dance? I thought you'd never ask. I'd love to.
Welcome, everyone, to the Mickey Shorts and More, doing the new Mickey Shorts. I am Keaton.
And my name is Steve, and as my co-host mentioned, we are here to talk all things Mickey Mouse. And this week we are covering Season 1, Episode 6, called The Big Good Wolf, which is interesting, as opposed to the Big Bad Wolf that we're all used to. So if you're new to the show, we take a Mickey Mouse cartoon each week, typically from the shorts. And we've switched gears over the last few weeks to make sure that we are covering the latest and the greatest from the brand new wonderful world of Mickey Mouse. And we're covering the episodes the same day that they come out. So what you're hearing from us is our commentary on the episodes the first time that we watch them, as opposed to, the old Mickey Mouse shorts, which we've watched a lot of times each for those. So this week, it's The Big Good Wolf. The next one coming out from Disney Plus.
Is the Three Little Pigs story actually a Disney thing too?
It is a very old Disney thing, but it is a Disney thing.
Huh.
So we're probably going to see the Big Bad Wolf from that cartoon series. Not series, but from that cartoon. Who's afraid of the Big Bad Wolf? The Big Bad Wolf.
Yeah!
Yeah, he doesn't like it when I sing.
Not at all.
All right. Now, before we can get into our actual episode commentary, we do have to cover some news.
Friends, loved ones, I gathered you all here to tell you something important.
Now, I will admit that this week's news, we have our news segment and we also have our Mickey Mouse Product of the Week segment, and these kind of are all together just because all the news this week seems to be of new product. Go figure. At Christmas time, they're releasing new stuff. But these are all kind of similar. But within our news category, one of the things that's fun to see is that Disney has released new Mickey Mouse COVID-19 masks. Now, these are released by the company Spirit Jersey. They retail for $12.99, and you can order them online. As always with our show, our news links, you can go to our show notes and find the links there to get to all of this stuff right away. But there are some new designs that are coming, which are nice. I kind of like these. They're classy. So here, Keaton, what do you think? We've got a black mask with the Mickey Mouse head on it. And then we've got a red mask, which has kind of a Mickey Mouse ears gear designed. But again, these are done by Spirit Jersey, and if you're interested in them, go check them out with the link in the show notes, and you can order yours there. Also, if you want a cool product that you can get a good deal on, as this seems to be the week they do all of the big cyber sales, you can get a Mickey Mouse Echo wall clock. Now, what do I mean by Echo wall clock? It doesn't mean that when you talk to it, it's echoing back at you. It's a different kind of echo. We're talking Amazon Echo products. And these are just on a significant sale. Now, this is just a traditional round clock that's got Mickey Mouse and the ears. It reminds me a lot of kind of the old-fashioned watch face, kind of an updated in its colors and so forth. But, you've got Mickey Mouse and the hands are going. But,
oh, yeah, it's like your watch one.
Uh-oh. One thing to note... When I was looking up these links for the when I was kind of prepping the show just 2 hours ago, they had these in stock ready to go, and now it lists that they're currently out of stock, and it will be back in stock on January 22nd, 2021. So
how people buy all that quickly?
Because they're on such a good sale, everybody was gobbling them up because it's cool. It's an Echo clock, which means it syncs up with your Amazon Echo, so you can say things to it, you can be like, Alexa, set a 12-minute timer. And, all done through the clock. It connects in with your Amazon Alexa and can be a hub for that. So it kind of combines a nice looking...
We have an Alexa.
We do. Yes, we control our lights with it, which is kind of fun. Our Christmas tree.
And there's a Christmas tree also.
Yep, we can walk in and be like, turn the Christmas tree on, and bink, it goes. I'm not going to actually say it because I don't want it to actually do it right at this point in time. We can mess with Mom when she's in the other room, and we're turning the lights on and off from here. We get her yelling at us from down the hall. But it's fun to have a stylish Mickey Mouse clock that integrates in with that ecosystem so that you can still talk to the clock. The weird things we get to say in the future here. You get to talk to the clock, give it commands, and it will link in with your Amazon Echo. So just a fun thing to go and get to add once they come back into stock on January 21st. So go check that out. Again, links in the show notes, and that's a fun thing. And then finally...
And look at all these fancy doodads!
The Mickey Mouse Product of the Week.
Now, we have done a lot of different things for products of the week. Our last show was bedding. We've done things for the kitchen. We've done food. But this week, we have something a little different. And that is, and I'm confused a little bit by this, I must say, but that is Mickey Mouse Perfume. Keaton, what in the world does Mickey Mouse smell like? Do we really want Mickey Mouse perfume? Is this like Minnie Mouse's, in the Ode to Minnie cartoon? Aromatic, yeah. We did cover that episode already. Yep, we did. But all right, the news release of this says this joyful fragrance transports you to the magical world of Disney with their iconic Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse. This whimsical scent for all is symbolic of the famous couple's ever-loving relationship, incorporating sparkling notes of refreshing coconut, cocoa, bergamot.
Bergamot?
I don't know if I'm saying bergamot. I don't feel like I'm saying that correctly. I feel like I should be saying that like with a French pronunciation.
Like
bergamot. And sweet vanilla. However you say that word. I'm not a perfume guy. I don't speak this stuff. Now, here's the fun part of this whole thing.
I like perfume.
Go to the link in the show notes, just like with everything else. You can order it. I'll show you what the packaging looks like. But this retails for a measly $395.
$395
for perfume. Yes. Now, again, I am not a perfume connoisseur, so maybe that's a decent price for perfume, and I'm just old school, but it sounds pretty expensive to me. But yeah, so we've got this nice little Mickey and Minnie packaging in here, and then at the end of the day, you get this nice bottle of perfume in Minnie's bow tie. It's all covered with sparklies. Perfume. So you can pay $395 to smell like Mickey Mouse. Whatever that smells like. Me personally, I don't know why a mouse would be an appealing scent, but hey, you know what? Go for it. So go check that out. That's our product of the week, Mickey Mouse Perfume, available now with the link in the show notes.
Are you ready for the show?
All right. With that, it is finally time to watch some Mickey Mouse. Again, this is Season 1, Episode 6 of The Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse, The Big Good Wolf. And we have never seen this before. This is our first time watching it. So if it's a little bit rough, bear with us, but we're trying to both watch and explain what's happening simultaneously. The official show summary says, Mickey Mouse attempts to turn the big bad wolf into a good person. The original air date is today, December 4th, 2020. And credit where credit is due, the episode was written by Derek Bachman, Tara Billinger, Leanna Dindal, Paul Reddish, and Jason Riker. Directed by Jason Riker. And storyboarded by Tara Billinger and Jason Riker. This is the same crew that did School of Fish last week. So they seem to be swapping crews a little bit. I mean, Paul Reddish has been on all of them, but the directors have been flip-flopping every other episode. So Since we can't give you a YouTube link like we used to in the old days, what you've got to do is go into Disney Plus, cue that up, stop the podcast, or at least pause us temporarily, go look it up on Disney Plus, and then when you hear the countdown, hit play, and you should be somewhat synced up with what we are witnessing for the very first time. So, Mr. Keaton, you ready for some new Mickey Mouse?
Yes.
Okay, ready to have your mind enlightened? Give us a countdown.
3, 2, 1.
Disney Plus. Mickey Mouse in The Big Good Wolf. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? Mickey is tap dancing away, and suddenly he's in the scene of a big wreck. The big bad wolf is apparently destroying homes in Minnie's neighborhood. Houses are destroyed. He's blowing them down. Oh, there's the three little pigs. Now they're going into a house of sticks. He's still blown away. Now they're heading to the house of brick. He just ate him. What? Mickey Mouse is freaking out. He needs a stern talking to and a big hug. Of course, he's all big from eating pigs. Mickey just reached in his stomach and pulled out the pigs and saved them. And he's like, wait a minute. What the heck? Eating people is not tolerated in our neighborhood. I don't remember these rules from the Homeowners Association. Hey, dude, I'm the big bad wolf. I recognize his voice as being Clancy Brown. I'm happy about that. All right. It's kind of fun to do the impossible. Okay, there's a Walt Disney quote. So we're going to turn you into the big good wolf. Wait, everyone in town's going to be happy about this? So, okay, we're planting flowers. Oh, and he just planted a whole Mickey. Oh, no. The big bad wolf is looking at Minnie. The big bad wolf's looking at Minnie, and he saw her as food, and now I'm wondering if he ate her. Wait a minute. Did he eat Minnie? Alright, I don't think he's being very good. Okay, so he's now... The big bad wolf is trying to help do public service. He's painting a boat. I think he just ate Donald. Okay, we're in Goofy's house now. And the big bad wolf is going to blow away all of Goofy's trash. Yay. And now he's inhaling. He just ate Goofy. And Mickey Mouse is somehow not even noticing this. He's eating all of his friends. He's not being a good wolf. He just danced off the stage. And now he's eating as he goes. He's getting his belly's... He's ate a whole room full of people. He's getting really fat. Mickey Mouse is poking the big bad wolf in the belly, and every time he pokes him, you hear one of his characters laugh. One of his friends laugh inside. I'd like to have you for dinner.
Really? What
Ooh.
should I bring?
Mickey's thinking he is going to have him over for dinner. Mickey is so excited about this. So now Mickey is at his house for dinner. Mickey said, oh, he just brought him a statue. It's the partner statue from Mickey and Walt. The wolf is getting way big now. We're going to have to talk about that one later. Yeah, isn't this the Three Little Pigs house? This is the house of brick. Goofy, a silhouette of Goofy in the big bad wolf's stomach is just popped out, pleading for him to save him. Oh, he's covering Mickey with sauce. He is...
Wait, no.
Oh, he just threw an apple in Mickey's mouth. He's covering it with pepper. Mickey's like, what are you doing? What are we having for dinner? We're eating you for dinner. And now he just found Donald's cap. Wait a minute. I'm the big bad wolf. But how's he going to get all of his friends out of his stomach? Oh, he's trying to eat Mickey. Mickey is trying... Oh, he just made his tail stiff. Minnie? Wait. Oh, look at all his friends in the belly. You've eaten everyone.
Oh!
Everyone's trying to get away, including Mickey's shoes and gloves. The big bad wolf is running all over the place. Oh, he's trying to catch Mickey in a pan. Mickey is running. Oh, he got him. Now he's licking his chops and... Oh, hey, there's 3 lids. Mickey could be underneath one. Not that one. Nope, not that one. He's not under any of them. Oh, apparently he was just holding on to the top. Mickey is still running away. Gliding on sticks of butter, the big bad wolf is running through the house. Or gliding through the house. He just took an elevator up. Man, these pigs have a great house. Oh, he got hung up on a door, which made him spit out Goofy. Oh, wait, no, he's back swallowed again. This is really... Oh, this is just like the classics. I love it.
Wait, this is like Chef Donald.
Exactly, this is like Chef Donald.
Drops down.
All these bad things are happening to him, and kitchen gears chasing him around. Now he's like up chucking friends.
Oh!
Speaking of pinball games, like last episode, we actually have one. He is puking up people left and right. Oh, the old lady got eaten too. Oh, Minnie's out. Whew. Wait, don't kiss yet. I'll huff and I'll puff. And Mickey's trying not to get into the fire. I'll blow the mouse in. Is it meaning into the fire? Now he's trying to suck him up. Mickey's grabbing for the pepper.
He can't die. It would be horrible.
Oh, he just ate a whole can of pepper. Oh no. He's going to start sneezing from that. He just sucked in a bunch of dust.
Oh!
And now he sneezed it all away. He sneezed the entire house away.
Ah!
Oh, you can see the pepper as it's attracting, as it's going through his body. He's lighting up. He's in the sun. Oh. The sun was just like, ew, what's this? And he flicked him away.
You did help him change one thing, Mick.
Oh, he's sad he didn't help him change.
His address.
Oh, he didn't change his address. And the sun, oh, from running away. Let's see if there's anything different in the end credits. Nope. Normal.
No, that was cool.
That was amazing because that was a sound return to absolutely demented humor that I love from the Mickey Mouse shorts. That was fabulous. We have a wolf eating everybody in sight. All of the Disney characters. No one is immune. He's eating Minnie Mouse. He's eating the big bad wolf, or the 3 little pigs. Excuse me. He's eating Donald and Goofy and an old lady. All of these classic old characters.
I spotted a skeleton too.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, there's a skeleton.
Okay, we'll grab that in the scroll through. So he's eating all of these people, and they're all in his belly, trying to get Mickey Mouse's help. Mickey, save us! And Mickey's just oblivious. But you can see their silhouettes popping out of the wolf's body, which just makes me laugh. Yes, I love demented humor, and there was a lot in this episode. Fantabulous. Keaton, what are your thoughts before we start the scroll through?
What was your favorite part? I like the part when it took us all the way back to the episode of Chef Donald. I love that.
Yes, now Chef Donald is a really old cartoon that we've been watching thanks to Disney Plus. But it's classic cartoon violence when Donald's being chased around the kitchen with knives and all sorts of, irons and all sorts of crazy things, which is just, it's good fun. So there was a lot of nods to that in this one. So let's just do a quick scroll through here. We've got our title card with the big good wolf, which is funny because he was never at once good. And we immediately go into the neighborhood where Mickey's running around. The big bad wolf is blowing down houses. And Mickey is trying to convince him to be good. First thing that Mickey tries is having him plant flowers. And what does Mickey Mouse plant?
Possible. I can teach you to be nice to
So I'll teach you to be nice to everyone in town. Wait, he's realizing I'm going to talk to everyone in town, which in his mind means I'm going to eat everyone in town. We now know that.
I'm going to go spruce up the flower bed.
So Mickey's going to go spruce up the flower bed. And what does Mickey Mouse grow?
His head.
It's like a Mickey Mouse topiary, which we see at the front gates of Disneyland. Which I like that little nod there. That is fun.
How does it make you feel?
How does it make you feel? Which is what you ask when you first walk through the gates of Disneyland. Oh, we see Mickey Mouse, his face done in flowers. How does that make us feel? Makes us feel magical. That's why we like being in Disneyland. Now, Minnie Mouse, she's also planting, but what does the big bad wolf see her has?
That is just like from the adorable couple when they get cooked.
Yes, so she's just a big piece of meat sitting on a big plate of lettuce salad. That's what the big bad wolf is thinking. And this is when I was first shocked, because I'm like, wait a minute. Now, voiced by Clancy Brown, which we've talked in the past episodes. He's done a lot of stuff for the show, and I'm always excited to see Clancy Brown involved. And this is when you first... They don't show him eating Minnie Mouse. They kind of leave that a little bit... did this just happen? He's burping, and you see the mess of the salad, and then you hear Minnie's faint voice.
Mickey, I'm really feeling that good deed.
So you hear Minnie, and this is when you start realizing he's actually eating Mickey's friends.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. Come on, let's go.
And Mickey is so convinced that he now has this great, good friend. And what did he just eat?
An angel top.
The angel halo that was over his head. He just took it down and ate it and turned it into devil horns instead. So we have Donald. Where's Donald at?
His boat.
His boat! We don't ever see Donald at his boat except for at Disneyland. So it's good to see him at his boat here. He's painting. Oh, Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Oh, they all get eaten too. You see him reach with a piece of bread with Donald Duck stuck in the middle of him. And poor Mickey is just oblivious. So now we're slowly working our way through the characters.
Oh, wait!
And we get to this scene. This is right out of one of the earliest Mickey Mouse cartoons.
Wait, what the?
Do you know who that is? Mm-mm. Okay, this is a scene where we've got this whole crowd of people that are watching, the Old Folks Volunteer Day. And in the back is a character named Goofy Goof, which was Goofy in his original form back, when these shorts were very first starting off a long time ago. I'm going to have to find the reference to exactly which short this is from, but this is a shot straight out of that old cartoon. Fantabulous. So, everyone is, you're wondering why slowly during the episode, the big bad wolf is getting heavier and heavier and heavier. And that's when we discover that he's actually eating people. So, Mickey Mouse gets invited over for dinner. We think, or Mickey thinks, that he's being invited over for dinner.
Mother.
Yep. There's a few other things we need to look at in here, too. We know that he's coming over to be eaten for dinner. Now, what does Mickey give him?
That looks way from earlier from Disneyland.
Yes. Now, we call this the partner statue from Disneyland. It's Mickey Mouse holding the hand of who should be here instead of the big bad wolf.
Walt Disney.
Walt Disney, exactly. So that's the partner statue from Disneyland that's making an appearance right there that Mickey's giving him because he's such a good friend. Oh, he can barely even get out because he's so huge.
Hey, isn't this the three little...
And that's the line that cues Mickey to say,
A new house in Germany.
oh, I bought them a new house in Germany.
Airport's too late.
Goofy.
Stop being good.
This is when we get the silhouette of Goofy sticking out of his belly going, Mickey Mouse, help us. He's going to put him in the salad. And this is when the big chase scene begins with all sorts of, running around the house. Somehow it turns into a big game of pinball, which I equated the last episode we just watched to a game of pinball. So I find that really interesting. He actually has a picture on the wall when he's getting ready to cook him of all the different pieces of meat on a mouse called cuts of mouse. So apparently he's been planning this for a while. He's about to blow Mickey in the fire. And off he goes through the sun. Now, here's a fun nod. The sun just flicks him off. Ew. Do you recognize that sun? Where have you seen that sun before?
Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Yep, exactly where I was going. Now, he's been in a few others cartoons as well, but that is the sun from Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Look, there's a skeleton somewhere here.
A skeleton in there. He's looking at the Goof shots of the people in the wrecked house as they are, deflecting from all of the stuff coming up from the big bad wolf being blasted. Yep, skeletons in the crowd. Who else is in there? We never saw him get eaten, but Dumbo is in there. No wonder he was getting so big if he had a whole elephant in his belly. Pluto got eaten. All of these people got eaten. Clarabelle, yep. He's reacting, of course, to the pepper, because you can't eat that much pepper and not react. He's being blasted through the planets, and then ultimately getting to the sun. Mickey's like, I feel so bad because he didn't even change, and that's when Goofy's like, but didn't change his address.
Ew.
All right. Any other thoughts on Big Good Wolf?
No.
Which was not good at all.
No.
All right, a few other things that you might have missed. I mean, there's the quote that Mickey says towards the beginning where it's kind of fun to do the impossible. Do you know who said that? It's kind of fun to do the impossible?
Who?
That's a real-life quote from Walt Disney himself. Let's see here. There's a magic feather from the crows that's seen wrapped in Dumbo's trunk when the elephant is inside the wolf's belly. Now, in Goofy's house, there's a lot of different things that you can see in Goofy's house. So there's a box labeled How To, which is a reference to Goofy's old series of how-to cartoons back in the old day. There's a portrait of Goofy's grandma in there, if you look closely. And there's a license plate.
Wait, Goofy's grandma?
Yeah. There's a license plate that reads, "Ayuk," which is the sound
I want to see Goofy's grandma.
let me get there in a minute. Which is a sound that Goofy makes. That's one of his catchphrases. So a lot of fun little nods if you look on the walls of the houses when they're in the different houses. A lot of great Disney history in there. So, anything else, buddy? I loved that episode. That's been one of my favorites so far of the new cartoons from season 1 of The Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse.
So far, my favorite one was the disco one.
Is Disco 1 better than House of Tomorrow?
They're both kind of the same rate.
Okay, fair enough.
They're both the same ratings.
Again, as I love the demented humor, this one really did it for me. I love just the messed up stuff that we get in this show.
House of Tomorrow is 5 stars, and Keep on Rolling is 5 stars.
There you go. I like that. So that is our commentary. That is our reaction to The Big Good Wolf. So you know what it means it's time for, Mr. Keaton?
Keaton's Joke of the Week.
All right, what do you got for us this week?
How does the moon cut its hair?
How does the moon cut its hair? Since when does the moon have hair? I mean, okay, you know what? Maybe the moon's hair is pulled into a bun on the dark side of the moon, and none of us have ever seen it. So, I don't know. You tell me, Keaton, how does the moon cut its hair?
Eclipse it.
Eclipse it? Oh, God. Eclipse it. Eclipse it with what? Clippers? All right. Nice job, buddy. And that is what we call
Keaton's Joke of the Week.
All right, so we'll let you continue on into your podcast queue as we wrap up this show. But remember, you can listen to all of our commentaries, both from The Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse, the episodes that have been released so far, and the Paul Ruddish Mickey Mouse series, at least through season 3, on www.mickeyshortsandmore.com. And you can find us there. You can also find us on Apple Podcasts, on YouTube, on Google Play, on Stitcher, on Amazon Podcasts, whatever podcast player that you prefer. Just do a quick search for Mickey Shorts and More Podcast, and we should pop up, and you can subscribe and never miss out on our fun. You can connect with us on social media. Our network of choice is Instagram, but we are also on Facebook and Twitter. Just, again, do a search for Mickey Shorts and More, and we should pop up. You can email the show with your own commentary or your own questions you'd like us to answer or your own thoughts on the show. Just send an email to mickeyshortsandmore@gmail.com, or you can call a voicemail and leave us a message at 541-321-0472. Remember that if you leave a voicemail there, that does give us permission to use that voicemail on the show. Next week, according to the schedule that we had, and it was correct for this week, so I have faith in this, but next week we should be covering The Brave Little Squire and An Ordinary Date. Don't know anything about those. Guess we'll find out a week from now. But those will be the next episodes you see from us.
I hope they're funny.
I hope they're funny too. I hope they're as funny as this one because I loved this one. This was fantastic. Great job, Paul Ruddish and crew, for another dose of just messed up humor. Everybody got eaten. Everybody got eaten by a big, bad, good wolf. Go watch the Mickey Shorts. They will make you laugh. Enjoy them with your family. It's just a fun thing to do. There's too much stress in the world these days, so go watch more Mickey Mouse and then call us and tell us what you think. With that, everyone have a great week. We will see you next week. Enjoy this magical holiday season and stay safe and healthy out there. Bye.
Bye. Dun, 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 dun. Dun.